Good morning. Well, it's Sunday morning and everybody is pulling out of here or pulled out of here already. A lot of folks are pulled out. There was a whole big group of people camping here, and I showed it in another video, but everybody's packed up and gone home. This is typical for Sunday, I guess. Everybody wants to get back to Phoenix and try to beat the traffic. Yeah, we're going to stay until tomorrow. I like going back on Monday. If you can go back on Monday or Sunday afternoon, it's not always a good idea sometimes on Sunday afternoon because the traffic can be so bad going down the B line back to Phoenix, or if you're in the Flagstaff area north of Phoenix, coming down the 17 could be a nightmare too, especially on Sundays. So we like to wait until Mondays, especially now in the summertime. I'm gonna take a little ride in a minute and show you around some of the trails here around base camp. We have so many little trails and not all of them have names. So the first little trail I'm going to take you on in just a minute is south of the 300 junction here on the 300. We're at I think this is the 9316 trail, or that 140 that I did a couple days ago. This is the cross trail and then the 300 road. And this area is the huge area that we camp at. This is the base camp area. But there are dispersed campsites all the way down 300 road. So I'll show you around some of the trails in this area. None of them have designated numbers on them. So I'm just going to call these trails around the base camp. As you can probably tell, it's a little bit cloudy today, which is weird for June. And it's like 69, 70, so it's a little on the cool side, a little breezy, but boy, it feels better than Phoenix, I tell you what. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, please. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell on the side over there so you can be notified when I put out more videos like this one in the future. All right, here we go.
So someday when my ship comes in, I know just what we'll do. We'll pack our bags and quit our jobs and have a holiday for two. We'll pack our bags and quit our jobs and have a holiday for two.
All right, here we go. I like to get out and explore some of these trails. I find them on my Gaia map app, but they don't have any designated names. So this is just an undesignated trail south of the junction there, the 300 and the 9316. It's really an area where you can disperse camp. And I'll show you, look in the little map up there in the corner, and you'll see where I turn off right there and go to the southeast. There are some people back here camping, but once I get past these folks that are camping, it was just a nice little fun trail. And it looked on the map like it kept going, but I wasn't really prepared to go a whole long ways. I didn't have my Garmin map app. I didn't have water and I kind of wish I would have grabbed that before I left the camp, because I could have probably taken the trail a little bit farther. But one of the cardinal rules of ATV riding, especially out here or anywhere, is don't travel alone, at least not very far away. I don't like to go far by myself unless it's like within walking distance, and this is pretty much walking distance from the camp. I think the farthest I got was maybe 1.5 miles, maybe 2 miles, but it's just a fun little trail back here. And of course, lots of places back here, if you don't mind a few of the bumps, that you can disperse camp. All this back here is open for dispersed camping, although it's a little bit rugged, as you can see. There's always little workarounds, but I didn't see anybody back here camping. But there were signs that people have been back here in the past. You'll see it in the video if you watch carefully. You'll see some fire rings on the side, maybe the left or right. And I just love like right through here. This is so much fun. Just like finding these little trails. It's such a pretty area, you know, and you notice all the little trees, the young trees. Now there's a reason for that, because about 22 years ago there was a fire that swept through here. And the area where the camp is at was saved right around the 300, because that was kind of like the area where the forest, where the firefighters were right on that 300 road when they were fighting this fire. But a lot of these little trees and stuff were planted after the fire, and so that's all basically new growth. But sometimes the older trees survive too, which is kind of weird, right? But some of the older trees survived, and a lot of the trees got burned. So you'll see dead trees, and then you'll see new growth kind of mixed into each other. But it's just a pretty little area back here. And as I got farther and farther back, the road became less and less apparent. It's kind of funny when you look ahead here, you'll see on a tree, it'll say somebody spray painted "stop." See if we can see it on the video here. I'll point it out to you. There, I think that might have been it. One of these trees, somebody spray painted "stop. Don't go past this." I guess they figured it wasn't any more trail back here, but there actually was. It just hasn't been traveled very much. One evening, we were all sitting around. It was starting to get dark. It was like 5:36, and the sky was getting overcast. I think that was Saturday night. And somebody came to our camp and said, "Hey, we need help. We need help." Somebody had gone off in their camp alone in a razor and wound up turning upside down in a ditch. So a couple of our guys from the camp, they went and got their razors. They all have winches on the front of their razors. They ended up getting the guy, getting him out, and nobody was hurt. But of course, he was alone by himself, and it was at the time of night when it's starting to get dark, and he probably shouldn't have been out there riding around. That was kind of a fun little trail. There's really no name for it. In fact, there was somebody painted on a tree. I don't know if you saw it. Somebody painted the word "stop." I came past that a little bit, but I wanted to just see what's out here. And I have a feeling that there's probably more here to the trail. Let's kind of scope it out. But that's just kind of that little trail that you just saw was sort of a good sample of what the kind of trails you find out here around the 300 area. Forest Road 300, White Mountain area. You get a little bit of rocks. Sometimes you have climbs up and down. Sometimes you even get little sand washes and stuff. But it'd be fun. The ones that we don't like are just the flat forest roads. This is our last night at Camp 300 on the Forest Road 300. And it is so quiet right now. It's Sunday afternoon, evening. It's about 6 o'clock. I'd say 6 o'clock. And all through the day, everybody that was in here has been pulling out. And you can look behind me, you can see there is nobody here. So just a little tip, if you're coming out looking for campsites and you want to find the best site, come out on Sunday or Monday and you have your pick of the litter here. Look at it. There's just a couple of campers here besides us. Some of them way in the back over there. There's a camper over there. I don't know if you can see that behind me. We have some friends who are going to be who were with us in our camp, and they're going to probably leave here in the next hour or two. But it's just a beautiful sunset. It looks like a camper pulled in over there in a red truck and a trailer. There was a huge group of people up that road right there, the 9316 or whatever that is, and the dead ends up there. But there was a huge group over there. Now here's something interesting. On Wednesday, I saw a truck come out here and deliver these 2 porta-johns. And I don't know if maybe they rented them for their camp. This was where there was a huge camp of people were here. And I have a feeling they must have rented them and had them delivered so that people in their group could have restrooms. Which is not a bad idea, right? I don't know where they would have got them from. Maybe Heber or Payson. Well, have a good one. Safe travels, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe, give it a like, and ring that bell so you'll be notified when I put out more videos in the future. Catch you on the next one. Bye.